The Dusty Futon Podcast is a product of the Dusty Futon LLC and Dusty Futon Productions. Thank you for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe to get all the newest episodes. You can find out how and share with your friends at www.dustyfuton.com. The Dusty Futon Musicians Podcast is back with another episode. Rennie D joins us on the Futon thanks to Reverb Nation, and she shares her story of not starting on the guitar until the age of 32. Age is never a factor in talent, only your desire to make it there. From coast to coast, this native Rhode Islander came to San Diego on uncertain terms in her 20s and never looked back. Her folk-style guitar playing aids her in putting music to her songs, so we should go ahead and listen to singer-songwriter Rennie D. So if you could pull the microphone closer to you.
Yes.
To make sure that we get a good...
All right. How's that? Is that close enough?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You've got a sweet voice.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're going to hear how sweet eventually.
Oh, it's sweet. Live and in person?
Spoiler.
Live.
Oh, really?
Yay.
Yeah, didn't expect this, huh?
No.
No, I like to put people to the test. Yeah.
She's like, now I
It
know
often
why.
happens. Yeah, I have to
I'm no
play.
longer shaky, so now it's you. Your
One
turn
of
to be
those.
shaky.
I know.
We have more bananas.
Just in case.
Tyler's like, what the what?
All right.
I can't, like you said, I'm no multitasking. I'm so
Oh.
buried in my phone. I came into the conversation during bananas, and I'm really confused right now.
Well, whenever you're ready, Tyler, go ahead and kick it off,
Okay.
because the engineer has done his
Oh,
duty.
God, I thought we kicked this thing off long ago.
I kicked off the recording, but that doesn't mean we
We
kicked
just brought
off
in
the
right
show.
now to make it seem like I wasn't the one who was late. So thank you for doing that.
You're
I appreciate
welcome.
that,
We're good to
you know.
go,
So
yeah.
anyway, welcome back to this episode of the Dusty Futon. I'm Tyler Johnson, your host, and guess who I've got with me? My partner in crime, Spicy Kim, a.k.a. Spicy de la Casa Caliente.
Hello, Tyler.
Supposed to say
Hola. She puts on the British accent like...
I
Tyler.
wait, hola. Dos tacos.
Dos tacos. He said de las casa, or casa.
Casa.
He said
Oh.
of the
Like
house.
Casa Caliente,
Spicy
yeah.
of the house.
Of the,
Oh,
of the
yeah.
spicy house.
Of the
This
spicy.
is,
It's a spicy
this is all
house.
Of the
true.
spicy house.
This is
That's
all
right,
true.
yeah. Okay, so that little voice in the background that needs to get turned up a little bit more, that is Ren. She's here
Yep,
with us
I'm
now.
here.
Rennie
Can you hear
D,
me?
she's a local
There's some
singer.
headphones.
Put your headphones on.
Yeah. Can
Yeah,
you
I've done
hear
this
you?
every day.
I
Just
said- yeah,
now.
I know.
I'm
So-
so experienced.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's much better.
You can hear yourself.
Yeah,
now.
I can.
It is
Okay.
weird though, because how often do you actually put headphones on when you're performing or anything? It's not typically
No.
what you would do. You like microphone. I spend so much time in front of it. But
Yeah, exactly.
Radio shows a little bit different, and as you can tell, we still haven't gotten the hang of it yet. So.
Tyler, if
You're
you ever
welcome.
listen to an
You are
episode with
welcome.
Tyler, you know he's never gotten the hang of it.
Right.
It makes me wonder why you still have me do 4 of these things in a row.
Because you're kind of decent at the talking part.
I just fill the air. That's all.
Yep.
So you're a local singer, songwriter, guitar player.
I am.
Right out of San Diego. Now, are you from San Diego? Are you what they would call a unicorn?
I've seen a lot of unicorn stuff lately. I'm not sure what it means, but I'm a little scared.
You do live down
It'll
by
come and go
PBS.
like the zebra.
Well,
Yeah.
have you heard of what a woman that's called a unicorn actually is?
No.
They say, you remember, have you seen that? The chart of women, you know, they always start at a 4 in crazy and 0 to 10 in hotness.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And 8, like what they say is a 10 on the hotness scale and a 4 or below on the crazy scale is a unicorn.
Oh, I got
It's a mythical creature and
Yeah.
you don't exist.
Yeah, well, that.
So be happy if someone calls you a unicorn.
No, but
Yeah.
really a unicorn, though, for San Diegan terms, is somebody who was born here in San Diego and actually stayed here in San Diego.
Oh, I gotcha. No, I've lived here a long time, like probably 30 years.
Woo.
A long time. But I'm from the East Coast originally, from Rhode Island. I
Rhode Island?
grew up in Newport, Rhode Island. So
Big old Rhode Island
yeah.
out there. You can't miss it.
Yeah, small, tiny,
No, actually,
tiny.
you can. I heard if you
Yeah.
blink, you miss the state of Rhode Island up there.
I'll wash it away with the last hurricane. That's what happened there.
Oh gosh, yeah, no, I hope not. You know, God bless them. But anyway, so now you're out here. You've been in San Diego for 30 years,
Yeah, long
as a
time.
prisoner of your own device.
That's
you know,
right.
I like little Eagles quote there. So you came out here and apparently you weren't always a guitar player. You weren't always a musician.
No.
You actually picked up the guitar the first time when you were 32.
Late, yeah, pretty late.
You're 32 now, so that was like 10 minutes ago.
That's
You just
right.
bought
I
and
know.
brought that
It's
thing
awesome
here.
how time just stands still.
Quick
you know?
study.
My goodness. So what inspired that? I mean, what was the come to Jesus moment where you said, I need to do this?
I think, I had during that time I had some free time, and I was kind of just drifting along trying to figure out what to do with my life. And I thought, well, what if you could do anything and it didn't matter, the money or the experience or any of that, none of that mattered. What would it be? And I decided that it would be nice to sing, because I always like to sing in the shower and in the car and stuff, but not in public. So I just
Were you a shy singer, or would you like,
super
belt them
shy.
out?
No, super shy, introverted, very introverted person. So
Did you ever do karaoke?
no, I never.
I mean, no,
even
that's
sang.
like an introvert's fear, but
Yeah.
some people, they like to go and do...
Did I do it? Maybe one time, a long time ago, I did karaoke.
Probably tequila involved.
Yeah, I think so. It was when I was drinking before. I don't drink anymore, but before when I was drinking, maybe. I think I remember it was a little scary. That's all I remember about that.
Nice.
But yeah, I just did I took some classes at the community college.
Which college? Was it out here?
At Mesa, yeah.
Mesa,
at
yeah.
Mesa,
It's a great
some
college.
piano classes, and taught myself how to play guitar, and took a few singing classes. And then I joined, in the beginning, I joined a women's choral group.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned how to read music. That was real helpful, because I was in I think the first season I was soprano, which is like the tune. That's like the melody pretty much.
Yeah.
But then I went to alto, so there's a lot of sight reading involved when you're in the in the harmony section.
I hate to interrupt, but can you pull the microphone just a little bit closer? Thank
How's
you.
that?
Much better.
There you
Whoa,
go.
hey,
Now we
Ren's
get
here.
the full range of your
Is it
voice.
good?
Yeah, we have
Wanna be
sexy
too
Ren
loud.
over here.
So I just I sang in this choral group for a few years, and then after that I just started playing with some people and writing some songs. I studied a little. This is in the olden days. This is before Google or anything. There's no internet. So I'm writing, trying to figure out how to write
No
some
internet.
songs. Got some books. You know those things with the pages. You read them.
They have words on them.
They sit on the shelf and look at.
Tyler does not know what those
You
are.
remember those?
They just look like big pamphlets. I don't know. I don't want what you're selling.
Big pamphlets with a hardcover. Exactly.
Tyler, ignore him. He's practically a millennial.
Can't you tell by this moustache?
You're rocking it pretty good. I like it, actually.
So yeah, I just, started playing and joined a few bands. I played in a bunch of different originals bands and released a bunch of CDs. And I played probably till about 2005, I think. Or
When did
so.
you pick it up? I mean,
It would be probably around, probably like 1990, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, about 1990. It was like right after my first son was born, I started playing. And then my first band, I think, was like 1993.
what was the name of your first band?
Crying Out Loud was my first
Nice.
band.
Like that.
I like it too.
Carol Ryder, you're out there. I know you are.
What kind of songs did they play?
Name drop.
It was like rock, sort of pop rock stuff. And I sang and played acoustic guitar, and then Carol Ryder was the lead guitarist, and she's a little like Joe Perry-ish, from Aerosmith. I really liked the way she played. And then I was in there for maybe a year, and then I went to another band called Plain Jane for a while, and then played in a few little projects. I played bass in one project, and I just kind of floated around. Then I was in one band for a long time called The Good China. That was like my, yeah, no, really, right?
Rad.
Is that a reference to something?
I don't think so. I think it was just we couldn't figure out a name. So it just who knows? I don't remember. It's so long ago, But we played a long time. I was in that band for maybe I don't know, 8 years, 7 or 8 years, a really long time. We released a couple of albums and played a lot of great shows. And then about 2005, I just was kind of getting burned out.
Yeah.
A little burned out on the scene, and we were playing more covers and not as many originals. And that really wasn't where
It was
I wanted
kind of the
to
same
be.
old song and dance, as it were.
Yeah, as they say, right?
Nice, Tyler.
So I just took a break. I took a break for like
You and your music
10
quotes
years.
today. Wow.
Yeah.
I know the
might be.
Eagles,
Full of
and then
Now we got Aerosmith.
Aerosmith. What else? So I just
A 10-year break.
Yeah,
huh?
2005. I just stopped playing completely. I just put my stuff, all my guitars away, and just focused on my work and my family, and just took a long break. And then maybe I a year and a half ago or so. My husband started playing pool, billiards.
yeah.
He's really into pool. And so I was home alone a lot with nothing to do.
The life of a pool ace.
Not my thing.
Pool widow.
The life of a pool ace wife.
Right.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah, you don't hear that.
pool,
You don't-
I don't know if you know anything about billiards, but pool it's one of those things that gets pretty addictive pretty quick, I guess. So I was home a lot and just kind of hanging around. And I thought, well, I got some time. I'll just break out my guitar and start writing.
Dust
and
off.
Yeah, got this, dusted it off and started writing some songs. And then I spent the last year and a half recording. I think I'm more, in the olden days, I used to like to play out live, but I'm not so much into it these days. I like recording a lot, so I'm more of a studio rat, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So I spent a lot of time in the studio over the last year and a half or so recording my album, which would just came out.
Yeah, you're producing your own music now. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Very nice.
Yeah. So it's all just me writing the songs, and I play acoustic guitar. And then I recorded this first album at the Gray Brick Recording Studio in Lemon Grove with Peter Duff. He's really very talented guy.
Duffy.
And he's awesome. He did.
Say that like I know him.
I know, right?
That's a cool name.
Like, what are you, bros?
I just want to say his name, right? Yeah, Peter.
You're awesome, Tyler. See, that's why I keep you around.
Exactly.
He can show up late. It's
Yeah, you
fine,
can show up right on time with notes that look like they're from a 4-year-old.
Don't tell me that because I'm going to be like stumbling in the door 15 minutes late, like hungover from the night before.
That's
Where do
true.
you want me? I got like a Cockney accent for some reason. I picked
Why?
up somewhere.
Well, that's why I give you at least an hour warning.
Yeah, thank you for doing that. Like,
This is how we do it. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we maybe want to do some music.
I want to hear a song.
Yeah.
oh,
play
okay,
it.
all right,
Sure.
yeah. Let's do everything Big John wants
It'll be
to
off
do.
my album. Yeah.
It's the
Let's do
album's
it.
released.
So,
Yeah.
Do we
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
play
yeah,
a recording that we have here on file, or do we want to do a live one right now?
What?
Do you have? Did they send you any music, Big
Yeah.
John, or are we going to do this all?
I've got 3 songs from her.
Oh,
Yeah.
excellent.
It's
Okay.
not a they. It's Rennie D.
Yeah.
So it's her.
Eternity. That's me.
It's
Just me.
and
all
her
me,
and yes,
every day.
okay, yes.
Do you have the list of the songs that I told you we have?
It's somewhere in my phone, but you want me to go digging for it right now? I don't want to do that. So I've got
how about I do this? Rennie,
Yeah.
which song do you want to kick
Yeah.
off with?
That's what I was gonna
Let's
ask.
how about Oceans of You, because I really like that song. That's like one of my favorites.
I think it's
Okay.
better to let them decide which ones because maybe they want to showcase something that's a little more.
It's the first
go-
track on my album, so I guess that's
Yeah, it's a
probably
good. So there you go.
apropos.
Let's open up the show with that, the opener of the album, and that one is called again. Feed me my line.
Oceans of You.
Oceans of You.
I really need to get a whiteboard here.
Watching the sunset, standing somewhere on a beach, healed by the water, reminding me I know I can't go back, can't quite remember where I've been, healed by the water, feels like I'm drowning in oceans of tears. I can't touch bottom, I'm running out of air. I'm going under, rescue me from these oceans of you. Endless oceans of you. Your
happy.
This is one of those songs where you put the top down in the car, cruising down the 101 thing.
Right?
Put your arms straight up in the air and just let all your cares go into the wind. And then you realize, I'm driving!
Fades out from there.
I know. Let it.
I'm just gonna.
That was
fade it.
beautiful. That was beautiful, Ren.
Oh,
Thanks for
hey,
sharing that
thanks.
one with
Thanks so
us.
much.
What's this one about?
This one, it's a title track. It's sort of based on the ocean. That's why the album's named SaltWater.
Which ocean?
Oh, cool.
Because you're from Rhode Island and you moved out here. So
I lived when I grew up on Aquidneck Island, so it's just a little island with 3 towns with bridges on both sides.
Okay.
So I'm used to being around the ocean, and even here in San Diego, I've never really lived too far away from the water. So yeah, I just wrote this. This is actually an older song that I brought back and sort of revamped when I came back. And Peter, Peter's really great. He's helped me bring this song to life. It was really just a little acoustic ditty. And
is he the drummer? Is he the one playing
he
the drums?
played the drums and the electric guitar and some of the keyboards and stuff, and helped me with the production of it.
That's off your album SaltWater,
Right,
I'm guessing?
exactly. Here's my little album.
She brought
SaltWater.
something.
Yeah, it
Oh,
came
nice.
last week or the week before. I'm
Is
so
that
excited.
the OB Pier?
It
the
is
back?
the OB Pier.
I knew it.
Exactly.
I knew it.
Yeah, it's OB Pier.
Nice.
Yeah.
Listeners, if you don't
That's
believe me,
great.
go pick up the album
Cool.
today.
Yeah, it'll be on. I'll get it on my website soon. It just came like last week, I think.
Your
Fantastic.
website is rennied.com.
Exactly,
And that's
exactly.
RENNIE, not Y. Only sometimes Y.
Or W.
Not in this case. D.com.
Right.
She's also you're on Facebook. I'm sure you're on all the platforms
Oh yeah,
and stuff.
sure,
Instagram.
sure. Yeah,
fun stuff.
I've integrated well.
I love this packaging because you can just open it right up.
You opened
Yeah,
it.
it's
You're
nice.
supposed to keep it in there forever and seal it up
I
because
can
when
do
she
that
hits
again,
the
though.
big
Look, look.
time.
This isn't
you-
a comic book. This isn't a comic
It's
book.
all sealed up again.
Right. It's all like it's great.
And all that shit.
Nothing happened.
Screw you, David Copperfield. Okay. I got this.
We got spicy.
Oh my god, you guys are so funny.
It's spicy salt water instead of David
Oh, you
Copperfield.
can have it. Yeah, it's yours. Yeah.
Spicy.
No.
Plenty
Thank you.
of them.
How did
Yeah,
that
thank
song
you.
make you feel?
You know what is? You have a beautiful voice.
Thank you.
It was just so happy, and for some reason, I just sort of thought like the Go-Go's, back in like the 80s
Yeah,
or 90s. I'm like
sure.
everything was just kind of like
Yeah.
you're grooving along and you're happy. It was cool.
Yeah, I entered that song in the because I really like songwriting a lot. That's really my focus. I play out and perform and do different things, but the songwriting is really where it's at for me. And when I wrote that song, we recorded it. I really loved the background vocals. It was exactly how I had heard it in my head. It finally was able to kind of come together. So I entered it in the San Diego Songwriters Guild contest, and it got first honorable mention.
Whoa.
So
Nice
it was
job.
like 4th place. So
Oh,
not too
wow.
shabby.
That's great, yeah.
Against how many?
There was like 40 some people there.
That's-
So yeah, it wasn't too bad.
That's
it was
quite a
nice.
feat. I mean,
That's a fun ride.
It's
yeah.
exciting because they have like a panel of people, the songwriters and producers and recording studio owners, that kind of stuff, who do the judging. So that was exciting. But
There's
that's
got to be
I
some
think
fuel
that's
for
my
the fire.
favorite.
I mean, if you just submitted
Yeah.
something not really expecting anything out of it and you got 4th place out of that many
I was
submissions.
happy. Yeah, I was happy
kudos to
about
you.
that. Yeah, I just I love the songwriting. That's really where where I like to be is writing songs, new songs, and recording them. So.
Very nice, very
Yeah.
nice. We can't wait to hear more. We're going to get to that a little bit later. Let's talk about a little bit kind of like what really makes you the musician. Who are your influences?
Oh, I like a lot of different types of music, so I have very eclectic tastes.
I noticed.
Yeah.
Just a couple from the list I want to take. I got the Monkees here, and then there's like Shine Down,
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
and then Meghan Trainor.
Yeah.
Like where did we take the wrong turn at
Right.
Albuquerque?
What?
I know.
That's such an incredible list. I love it.
I know.
I love the Monkees.
Crutch. I
Oh
know.
my God.
I just really like a lot of different music. When I was growing up, my parents, they're pretty strict. So there wasn't a lot of music in my house. And I remember my Uncle Al, he brought over, now this is the old days when there was just vinyl. There was no anything else. And he brought over this big box of albums that he was getting rid of. And my dad just gave them to me. He's like, here, And in this box of albums were The Sound of Music and West Side Story and The Death of Manolete, which is like this bullfighter. It's like a whole opera.
Yeah.
So I grew up listening to a lot of sort of different types of music, musicals and classical music. My mom was a big fan of like Anne Murray. They didn't listen to a lot of music, but Anne Murray. So I have a lot of different influences, I think. And now, these days there's so much great music out. I really like, most of my bands before were more rock, a little more, not total hard rock, but a little more pop rock kind of music, which I really tend to gravitate to. But good.
Sorry about
Glitch in the
that.
Matrix.
John over there, he's
yeah.
touching things.
Forget it. I'm engineering and I hit the wrong button.
Don't touch it. Those keyboards. I just like, I really like to listen to lots of different music because, it inspires me. I hear like Pink. I really, really love her new album, Beautiful Trauma. There's just so many great songs on there with these awesome harmonies. And, my next album, I have some new songs already ready to record. So my next album, I'm really looking forward to kind of going a little bit outside the box and experimenting with different tones and different sounds and trying to create something a little different than the first album. Yeah, exactly. Right. Exactly. Something a little different.
I just want to circle back for a quick second. You said you're mostly like a studio rat.
Yeah.
But do you play out?
I do. Yeah, I do. It's better now. I hadn't played in a long time. And, when I played before, I played in bands and it's a lot different. Playing in a band than being there by yourself.
Table for one.
Yeah,
The spotlight.
So it's quite different. And when I first started playing out about a year ago or so, oh my God, I'd wake up, I'm like nauseous for like a week prior to the show every day. I'm
Why did I book
what
Like
did I
Eminem
do?
and 8 Mile sitting there in front of the sink. Like,
Right.
I'm out of Xanax, damn it.
Why did I do this? I know.
now.
So crazy. So now it's better now. Like it's taken about a year and I've suffered through
Comfort level.
plenty of shows. And just got a little, just gets better and better. And now I'm much more comfortable. I'm not so, I still get kind of nervous, when I'm playing. But it's a little bit easier. It's just not so hard. But yeah.
Is it more so when there's larger crowds that you get nervous? Is it just like the
I
number of
think
people?
actually it's like I played the other night at Java Joe, the old Java Joe's. Now it's like the backdrop and the people, they're like right there. In small group, but it's even more.
Right.
It seems more stressful, when they're
you can
looking
smell
at
what they're drinking, and you're like,
just like, oh my God, please help me. I know.
Oh, that guy's got gin on his breath.
Right. It's,
He's a lonely one.
yeah. So I'm not sure, larger group or smaller. Maybe the smaller group's a little more stressful, I think, because, it's in the singer-songwriter area, the arena for singer-songwriter is quite different than full band. So full band, you're up there with your guys or gals or whatever, and you're rocking it, and there's a little talking maybe, but it's more about the music. A singer-songwriter, it's really, the music's very important, but it's very much about the storytelling. Yeah. And that is something I'm still developing and working on. It's just every time I play, it's, I have to, I'm getting better, a little better at it, but it's quite different now playing out. It's a lot different than what I'm used to. I started playing with a bass player, Ken Wilson. Hey, Ken.
Hi, Ken.
And that's been really fun, because it's nice to, it gets a little lonely sometimes playing solo too.
My husband has a band and he plays solo too. And sometimes he's like, it's just so different.
Yeah.
Too. Sometimes it's like,
it's night and day, really.
Where are my people? They should be here.
Right.
And there's no, when it's just you, there's no
other band members for banter, you know, and that's sort of because I think when I see bands play, I really like the chemistry that goes on between the band members. So when you're by yourself, you have to connect with the audience. It's
so
all
you.
key.
There's a lot less pressure, I feel, when you're in a band because you can share some of that amongst everybody. It's not all just you. Right. But when it is just you, everything's focused on there. It's like dark room, spotlight.
Right.
Go.
I'm a little introverted. You know, I'm like kind of not a super out there. I'm a more shy person when it comes to that kind of stuff. So so it still makes me feel a little uncomfortable. But, you know, my friend Catherine Beeks at the Heritage Ranch.
Catherine.
Yeah,
We
she's
love
so
Catherine.
wonderful. And she, you know, she always invites me up to these little shows and stuff. So I've gotten over the last year, a lot of great experience playing. You know, it's a nice, kind, forgiving environment there. You know, so that's really helped me move forward too. So, but it's going good. Yeah, I've been playing out more.
Cool.
I got to say that is one of the most important things to any musician is that friendly environment, that kind of open environment where you can make mistakes, and instead of them, you know, just ignoring it, you have somebody who may actually tell you and say, "Hey, you know, this maybe you might want to try this next time," you know, and blah blah blah. It's really nice, especially if you're an introverted artist, to hear that.
Constructive assistance, you know, is always better. You know, for me, I like, you know, I don't mind hearing if it's terrible. You know, just if it's not good, that's fine, you know. But I like it. Don't be mean.
Right,
you don't be mean to me. Just be, you know, constructive.
God, you suck. I'm out of here.
It's like, no, I'm just not country. Okay, that's not what you came for.
So I put up. I played at the Navajo Live with Ken, and we put up a little video. You know, his wife videotaped it, and you know, we posted it on Facebook, and I don't know, whoever, not one of my friends, hopefully not. I'll have to go beat them up, but I mean, you know, just wrote there terrible. I mean, just like what?
Just
you know,
that?
Just terrible. Nice. Like, why are you being?
How about you get
way?
your ass up on that stage and try and play and fucking sing and tell me about it?
Dude, it was so mean. You know, don't be mean.
Right.
It's
Those are the moments you just want to hand them the guitar and go, here.
Exactly.
Exactly. Give it a
It's
try,
obviously
man.
easy. I mean, you know what you're talking about. So there you go.
Yeah. So I think it's that supportive, you know, environment. It is very important if you want to grow as an artist, you know, so you don't get, you know, frustrated or, you know, somebody says something mean to you. And then, you know, you're like, oh my God, I don't want to, you know, I'm not doing this anymore.
I'm done.
Like,
I'm done.
Laying in your bed, you know.
Under the covers with your ice cream.
Right, exactly. You know.
Ben and Jerry's.
Right.
Netflix and chill by myself.
But yeah, it's going all right. You know, having some fun. That's all you can.
Cool.
All you can do.
Excellent. Well, fun's what it's all about, right?
Yeah,
I want to have some
exactly.
more fun right now. Do you think we should listen to another song here?
Let's do it.
I think so.
I think so as
I'll
well.
let you guys choose.
Oh, goodness. You know what? Big John's got the list in front of him. I'm going to give him this one.
I've only got just one word for you.
I can't wait for it.
That's the name of the song. It's just one word.
That was my first.
He set me up.
Yeah.
He set me up.
I love doing that, by the way. I've been doing that a lot lately with you.
Don't be too proud, though. I am like the most gullible guy in the universe.
Yeah.
Kind of true. Hashtag true story.
Yep, exactly.
The song is just one word.
By Rennie D.
Can I get a better intro?
Hold on. I got.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Okay.
There you go.
Just one word by Rennie D.
Nailed it, Kim.
That's timing.
Just one word.
Another happy friggin'
happy.
Very upbeat, yeah.
I can hear kind of a little bit of that Meghan Trainor influence kind of coming out of here a little bit.
I just can't live without you. Just one word. So powerful. Sometimes I can't breathe. And it won't matter where I am. I'd give anything for one more chance. To hear you say just
a little funk on it. Is that you on leads as well?
No, that was my husband Grant actually.
Right.
Was playing on that one. Yeah, he played a little.
Gotta give the hubby a
guitar.
little credit.
Yeah, just a
Come
little
on.
bit.
He plays pool and guitar.
Yeah, a little bit of guitar, not a lot, but yeah.
A man of many talents over there.
Probably so proud when you share this to people. He's like, that's me, that's me.
Everyone, he is too.
That we've
funny.
made, and it won't matter where you are. Just know tomorrow won't be quite as hard. Please say just one word, and it'll all be okay. Whisper my name, and the world disappears. Just one word will make it all fade away. The hands of time will wipe away your tears.
Go, Grant. It's your birthday. Go, Grant. It's your birthday.
Just one word to tell the world how I feel about you. I dream about you. I just can't live without you. Just one word, and it'll all be okay. Whisper my name, and the world disappears. Just one word will make it all go away. The hands of time will wipe away your tears. Just one word, and it'll all be okay. Whisper my name, and the world disappears.
Just one word by Rennie D. That was a beautiful song.
Thank you. That was the first song I wrote when I
I was going to
came
say,
back. Yeah.
first,
Yeah.
very first
That was the
single,
first one. Yep, first
released
single.
last year,
Yep,
2017.
exactly.
Nice.
Was that also on? Is that on SaltWater
Yep,
as well?
it is. Mhm.
Very nice. Go check it out today. You know this is available on iTunes
It
and
is.
Spotify. Anywhere else you can go check this thing? Reverb
I think it's
Nation?
on Amazon and Reverb Nation. Yeah.
Do you have a
And
website?
SoundCloud. Yeah. There's all those little links on my
Oh,
website.
we
that
talked
go
about
to-
this earlier, but
Yeah.
we'll talk about it again. I never get tired of it. This is at rennied.com, and that's RENNIED.com.
Right.
We did talk about that earlier. Now you said, okay, so you're a musician. Your husband plays guitar.
Yeah, he played guitar in some bands like before.
He
So
did?
I just
Okay.
brought him in for that one song,
Cool.
that one little part. Yeah.
Do your children play?
No,
No?
not yet. No, my son, my little one, he's 14. He played trumpet for a while. But,
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but he's
I was
not-
a trumpet
I
player
know.
too. I was too.
I'm sad. He doesn't like to play. He doesn't
No?
play anymore because he had a terrible teacher. Now he's all bummed. But
Oh,
That's a bummer.
that'll ruin it.
yeah, but the
gotta
other
have a
ones
great teacher.
don't. Yeah, the older ones they don't play really. Yeah.
No interest in-
No, not. I'm surprised, but no. Well, what are
I
you gonna
know.
do?
I know. Yeah,
I got to chime in here. You said she's on Reverb Nation, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's how we got her.
Oh, that's
so
right.
true.
That's
yeah,
right.
we
With the
ran
little-
our
yeah.
little a little campaign in there, and Rennie D was one of the many artists who applied.
Yeah.
And thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Big shout out to Reverb Nation for hooking us up with
Yeah,
you.
that's awesome. It's an awesome site. I really like that site.
They,
They got a lot
there
of good
are the
stuff.
largest in the nation, the largest supporter for independent artists.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And they do a
Yeah,
lot
it
of
is
stuff for
awesome.
you without you having to pay.
Right,
Exactly.
right.
I
It's
know.
incredible.
That's
Yeah,
the part
man.
about
There's
it.
tons
Amazing.
of great opportunities, and they have this option called a crowd review where you can submit your song, and you can do like 0 to 25 people, 26 to 50, and you can pick however many people you want to review it, and they'll send it out. And then you can choose, commercial viability or production, these different aspects of the song, and they'll give you their opinion on the song, and comment on it, whether they liked it. And it breaks it down into gender, so male, female, and age group, so you have an idea of how your music's
Your demographics.
Yeah,
The algorithm.
Who to aim
Yeah.
It's really important because that helps you as an independent artist know where to aim your marketing at.
Exactly. It was very helpful. I did crowd reviews on all the songs that are on the album, and it was great because it sort of confirmed reconfirmed already what I knew,
Yeah.
you know, like I felt. So that was, you know, because sometimes, you know how we are as artists. Oh, I love it, you know, but then people are like, oh, that sucks. You know,
Well,
you know,
They go, hashtag terrible.
or vice versa. Yeah, right, exactly.
A one-word review.
You're going to get the truth from people on the internet, that's for sure. The
And
unadulterated
it's anonymous too, so there's
Yeah.
no, you know, they know
So
there's no repercussions or anything. I'm gonna go, you know,
They could lay it
do
down.
some. But it's very helpful because it does give you some really good feedback onto different aspects of the song that you may not have considered.
Yeah.
You know, like or what they like about it, what they didn't. You know, you can't really. I wouldn't like be married to it, but it's take everything with a grain of salt.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it really just gives you sort of a general idea of how it's going over.
Yeah,
You know,
well, and something else I
pretty
just thought about
interesting,
too. You know, as you mentioned earlier, you're kind of an introvert at times. You
Yeah.
know, for the people who are also introverts but have that fire inside, and they want to create the music and the ability to record,
Right.
they can use this as kind of an outlet where they can put their music up. They don't have to put themselves out in public or
Right.
you know in uncomfortable situations.
Right.
But then they can get the feedback, like you said, from the people who
Exactly.
can listen in.
Yeah, and Reverb Nation. I mean, everybody. You know, I have a lot of friends on Reverb Nation too, and they're all everybody's very supportive
Yeah.
of you know original music, you know, cover music, just bands in general. Everybody's really nice comments. You know, there's never anybody mean on there, and it's a nice little community, really.
I have to add that this is not a paid sponsorship for Reverb Nation. but
No,
it's
I know,
it's- no. That's okay.
We're
like
big fans.
that.
Yeah,
We're big
Love
fans.
I'm a
Reverb
huge
Nation.
fan of them too, and our relationship with Reverb Nation is somewhat of a partnership, but there's no financial exchange. Like,
Right,
I don't get
exactly.
paid for helping you, and they don't pay me for
Right.
bringing you on.
Exactly.
And that's the beauty of it. Like
Yeah.
it was all organic. They found us, one of the directors of marketing.
Oh, wow.
And
Yeah.
reaching out and everything, found us and emailed us out of the blue.
Oh, no kidding.
I didn't believe it at first. I
Wow.
thought it was one of those random hoaxes.
When I saw the email too, I'm like,
We're Siberian Prince. You transfer your money into this account.
Yeah.
Right.
who's this Yahoo?
Dear sir or madam.
But shout out to Craig Snyder,
Yeah,
the director
wow,
there, who
that's
reached
cool.
right out to us, and
That's
now
awesome.
we're running multiple campaigns with them. So
Yeah.
it's really exciting.
Oh yeah, that is great. Nice.
Yeah, I guess his wife is a big podcast.
Yeah. She listens to
and she has-
podcasts.
yeah, she has a big
Wow.
interest in podcasting. I guess
That's
it's-
awesome. I had no
yeah.
idea. That's really cool.
I know.
He doesn't, but she does.
Yeah.
Hey, well, you know, the brains behind the brawn. You know,
Yeah.
awesome. So what else
Yeah,
you
that
got for
w-
us? Are you gonna play?
Go ahead.
Are you gonna play? We're all short circuiting at once. This is really bad.
Tyler wasn't
Tyler.
even chiming in at all. He's just
Tyler.
like
I know.
I was
looking at
waiting. I was
everybody.
like, let's see how Little Kim. Let's see how Kim flies solo.
Go, little birdie. Go, little birdie.
Sometimes I feel like I talk a little bit too much, and I kind of need to step back a little bit and let Kim kind of come out of her shell a little bit, because you guys had something nice going on there. I want to let that go.
did.
Girl talk. That's also why I shut up. I'm like, I'm just over here.
If you want girl talk, go to Girls Talk Rock.
right.
You know.
Hey,
Those
Tracy
girls are
Smith.
crazy and they're a lot of fun, but Girls Talk Rock, that's
Yeah.
where you go to Girl Talk. Here,
Yeah.
it's Dusty Futon conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
She has boys on Girls Talk.
She
Rock,
does.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
John
it's,
was
Tracy.
but
yeah.
it's two girls talking.
What's
So it's a
Tracy?
whole different-
Well, one. It's just Tracy now.
Gail
yeah.
Hopping is going to be on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yep. I saw
Nice.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's cool. I
He's
like him
super
too.
cool.
Yeah. He's a cool
Yeah,
guy.
we're going to Idlewild with him in.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
That post.
November.
Yeah, I had to work. I think I couldn't. I
bummer.
couldn't go, but yeah, that looked like a fun time.
Yeah, I know. I guess
Songwriter
Lacey
retreat.
Andrews.
Yeah.
You say off topic.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Hey, we're not even starting about songwriting.
I'm
I'll be-
partially to blame for that, so I'll take that lack of credit.
You brought Girl Talk up, so
Yeah.
then we just
That's
started
right.
chatting
I know.
some.
Start talking about
Yeah,
it.
I'll play the other stuff.
Me and Big John will go get a
Exactly.
beer. We'll be back.
Yeah. Mic drop.
Girls talk.
But Ren, I like everything that I'm hearing. I
Oh,
mean,
cool.
I love
Yeah.
the
Thank you.
music. I love the story. You came from the small little state of Rhode Island all the way out to the opposite coast.
What brought you out here?
Yeah.
Oh, the weather, really? Yeah, because it's so. Oh
Isn't
my
it
god,
always?
so
I know,
cold
right?
back there and damp. Yeah, it was very. I moved here. Yeah, because of the weather. Basically, it
Yeah.
was nice. Yeah,
sunshine
when I was in
tax.
like my 20s. I mean, I've lived here a long
Cool.
time. So
Did
when
you come to visit and just like?
No, I just moved out here. Yeah,
That's
I just,
awesome.
Yeah, I was
Little
just-
free
It was
spirit we
kind of
got
like the
over here.
farthest across the country without going out of the country.
So you
yeah.
spent most of your growing up life in Rhode Island.
Yeah,
You
till-
hung up there, and then writing about your 20s, you
Yeah.
graduated, probably went to college, and
Yep.
then just decided to kind of go, hey, California, that makes sense.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
wanted to change. I was working a kind of a like a dead end job there, and it just seemed like a good thing to do. Yeah,
Was your family supportive of you moving?
No,
All by-
no. My parents. I didn't tell my mom till like the night before.
Oh my
that
God.
I left.
She took that well, I'm sure.
No, it was no good.
Bye, Mom.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Oh, you're
she
going
was
to the
mad.
store? No, I'm going to San Diego.
You're going
to California with those yuppies and their
Yeah. What did my dad used
Their
to call
juice
it?
drinks?
Fruits and nuts. That's what my dad used to say. The fruits and nuts out there. Because, my parents are real old school,
Yeah.
from the old, East
that's
Coast.
hysterical.
That's still a rather
yeah.
accurate
It kinda
statement,
is,
but
Yeah, they were. Yeah, so I just, I remember I told my mom I had my car all packed and ready to go, and I told my mom the night before, and she was, they weren't too pleased, but they adjusted over time. But I like it here. Yeah, I like San Diego. The weather's real nice.
What's not to like about America's
Yeah,
finest
right.
city?
Awesome. Yeah,
There you
it's just a
go.
great place.
Sunny
Yeah.
San Diego.
Yeah.
We just got to work
how
on
can
that
you-
music scene.
how can you get any better than a city that is actually called America's finest city?
You can't. Yeah.
There you go.
There's no way.
We own it.
Hang
Sometimes
on
you
out.
feel like people put a label on that just to kind of like BS you into thinking that, but then
Yeah.
you show up here and they go, why did I ever go to Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And then you learn about, they've got another title, the craft brew capital of the world.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Holy shit.
All kinds of
Exactly.
titles. We're
Yeah.
just
If you
chock
like
full.
beer and you like music and you like having fun, this is the place to
Kind
be.
of like
Yeah,
that. And the
yeah,
ocean.
Exactly.
And the
So
chill.
you came out here to San Diego for good and obvious reasons.
Yeah.
And you just continued to grow. Grow is the key word, I think,
Yeah.
that really comes to my mind when I think about you as a musician. Stagnant is not a word in your
No.
vocabulary.
No. That's stagnant would not be a word used to describe me.
I mean, you came out here in your 20s,
Yeah.
and then, some years down the road, you decided, hey, guitar, that's the next step.
Yeah.
You picked that thing up. Hey, I'll go find a band.
Yeah.
You found 4 bands, and
I
then
know.
said, nope, I'm done, I'm bored, I'm going
Right.
to take a hiatus. Came back, did your own thing now. You're producing your own
Right,
music,
right.
and you're winning honorable mentions and awards.
Yeah. It's cool. It's
Get
cool.
out of here.
Yeah.
I know. We're so
No,
fortunate
we're
to
not
have
done
you.
recording yet.
We still got at least one more song we got.
Good. Yeah, cool. Fun. Super.
So you've got a couple shows coming up here in the not too distant future.
Yeah, I'm playing for and I'll give these guys a quick plug too. Bandingtogether.org. It's a great organization that I've played last season for them, and then they hired me back again this season as guest musician. It's an organization here in San Diego that brings music to the developmentally disabled, those who have autism and different mental disabilities, and they put on these little jam sessions all over the county, in Carlsbad, in the East County, down in East Lake, and also in Point Loma. And all the participants come in and they have a bunch of djembes and shakers and a cajon and some guitars and a little like 4-piece drum kit and stuff. And
Sounds
they
like a
all,
lot of fun.
Yeah, you go in and you play a couple, like they have some standard songs that they do that all the people know how to, all the participants know how to sing. And then you sing a couple songs and try to get them involved. And it's a really great cause. They need our support. Both musically and volunteer-wise, because they have volunteers that work there too. And, of course, donations are always a big plus.
Well, and maybe somebody has, a child who has some disabilities, and they want to get them involved in something like this.
Yeah, it's such a great. It's probably one of my favorite shows to play. Because they're just the sweetest. I mean, they're just all so sweet and so grateful and kind, to just have some music there, and they don't care if it's a cover or an original. They don't really.
Yeah.
I'm singing Firelight and they're yelling fireworks. They're just, you can check it out on my
awesome
Facebook
feeling.
page because it's so funny. But I play, I have a couple more shows in November with them too. And that I really love being a part of that because it's just, you don't have a lot of opportunity to, take your music and do something good.
Yeah.
With it. I mean, we were all out there playing to our friends and trying
entertaining.
to, make money and get our CDs out there and our music out there. But this is really something that is, is really giving of the heart, and it's a really fun, crazy time because they're very unpredictable.
Yes.
Even more reason to go.
Yeah.
You never know how it's going to happen, but it's just a great organization, bandingtogether.org.
Banding
Check them
Together?
out.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Check them out if you get a
Awesome.
chance.
Very nice. Well, we can't wait. I'm sure people listening in, they're going to come and check out your shows. That one sounds especially fun in particular. At the Heritage Ranch, also, if you didn't get to listen in during our broadcast there when we were live, just a few weeks, was it a month or something ago?
Yeah,
It was quite a while ago.
Yeah, it was. It is a really unique venue.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's awesome.
They've got a few
You've gotta
spots to
go.
set up stages. It's like this really old Western, like general store.
They've even
kinda
got a
looking.
sacrificial pit.
And they have a gas station.
We're roasting John there next time.
Yeah, no, they dropped a whole pig into
Yeah.
the pit this last time. That
they
we were
buried
there.
it.
Yeah, it's
Roasted
an
it,
awesome
yeah.
place. That's
John
a great,
Pig,
it's a
same
great-
thing.
And that's
whatever.
up in Encinitas.
Yep.
It's the
Check it out.
San Diego Heritage Ranch.
Yes.
Over near
Yep.
the Botanical Gardens.
Yep, we up there playing. We're always playing up there.
Cool.
Super cool place.
Well, speaking of playing, I think maybe it's about time we got to wind this thing down.
It's
for the
definitely
next
getting
step.
Sounds
closer.
And I think maybe we should our third song to wrap up the episode should be a live one. Would that be okay?
Oh, sure.
Can we do that?
Sure.
Yeah.
I think we should definitely do that. If you want to grab your guitar there, Kim, do you want to help her with the? Oh, actually, I'll do it. Here, hang on.
I'm also the
okay.
engineer here. I can do it.
Cool. All right, guys.
they were
this
so
this
funny.
Tyler, this one's going to be for you because you know how you're talking about me. You know, I am a very focused sort of. Now, ignorance is bliss, of course. You know, part of it's just
Right.
because I'm just
Trust me, I'm a very
oblivious
happy
to
guy.
things. You know what I mean? So I just do things because I don't. You know, it doesn't really occur to me not to. You know, only later do I realize, like, oh my God, like, what were you thinking that day? But this song I wrote this song. It's on my album. It's the last track on my album. And we did a little ukulele on it. Although I don't play ukulele, Peter did it for me because I'm not really a great ukulele player. But it's called Type A.
Oh, there you
Nice.
go.
All
Oh,
right. So this is funny. Okay, you ready?
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I can go get a tambourine, you know?
Yeah. Is there a problem? I know I'm focused. Some might say driven. Ambition is my middle name. I just can't help it. I was born this way. Please forgive me. I'm type A all day. It's a bit of a burden.
Oh my God, is my daughter listening
It
to
can be
this?
a gift. Mostly a curse for those nearby. Don't be afraid. You can always count on me. You'll get to know me. I'm type A all day.
It's fucking brilliant.
I am just being myself. I don't know any other way to be the best at being me. I know what you're gonna say. I do my best, try to relax, live in the moment on this speeding train. I promise I'll change, you know. I'll find a way. 'Cause remember, I'm type A all day. I'm just being myself. I don't know any other way to be the best that I can be. No excuses and no apologies. Oh my God.
Tyler right now.
Is there a problem? Some call it passion. Laser beam focus on the road ahead. I'm loyal to the end. Your forever friend. I'm simply full of life. I'm type A all day. I'm simply full of life. I'm type A all day. I'm simply full of life. I'm type A all day.
Bravo, bravo.
Hey,
Unforgivably, Rennie D.
Tyler.
Talk about having the spotlight on you.
I love
And then
that.
Tyler being in your face.
That was awesome. That's a perfect song for me.
I got a little confused there in the middle. I was
Took me a
like,
second. I'm like, I don't know why. And then as soon as the chorus came in, I'm like, oh, I know why. Okay. I get it. And I also noticed that song is in A, is it not?
It could be.
So well, you got a capo on, so there's a little bit
Right.
different, but yeah, it was an A chord
It
or
is
something
A,
I
right?
noticed.
Yeah,
so-
exactly. It is an A. Yeah, that would make
It's an
Very
A-chord
nice.
structure.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
A-chord
Yes.
structure.
A-chord structure, but
Thanks for
because
saving
it's
me again. Big
because
job.
it's one fret up, that would make it an
It's
A
an
sharp
A-
or B flat.
Right, exactly. Right, A sharp or B flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of G A.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's A sharp.
Yeah, see?
Well, I'm glad we
So-
cleared that up.
Yeah.
It's not like a bass player. He's
Something
like,
else we
"What
need to
is
clear up.
Plethora of knowledge going on in this room here.
Well, we do got to clear up this episode. We got to end
All
it,
right, thanks, you
unfortunately.
guys.
No,
No,
thank
it
you
was
so much,
awesome.
Ren, for sharing your story with us and sharing your music with the community of
Yes.
San Diego.
Yeah,
we
thanks.
can't wait to see you out there about
I'll be
sharing
there.
your stuff again. And
Look
in
for
the
her.
meantime, check out her online at rennied.com.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about this twice already, so if you don't know by now, that's
Trifecta, baby.
RENNIED.com. She's also Reverb Nation, iTunes, Spotify. Go support local music and Ren D, and go check her out live.
And buy the album so she can
Yes.
make money.
That's
Stream it as well, but buy the album.
Yes.
Scream it. And thank you, John, Tyler, and Kim. I really
Thank you.
appreciate being here. Thank you so much
it
for
was
the
a-
opportunity.
Our pleasure.
It was a
Until
blast.
next time, this is the Dusty Futon.
Peace out.
Thank you to Rennie D for coming to take a seat on the Dusty Futon and to Reverb Nation for connecting us with her. Also, thanks for the live performance, Rennie. Thank you to Tyler for hosting this episode. And big thank you to Spicy Kim of Wicked Tone Entertainment for being the executive producer and co-host for this episode. I'm Big John, your engineer, editor, and producer of this production of the Dusty Futon LLC. Thank you for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe to get all the newest episodes. You can find out how to on www.dustyfuton.com, and don't forget to share with your friends so they can learn about this new music. If you love what we are doing and want to support our cause like Rick and our other supporters, please consider going to patreon.com/thedustyfuton and pledging to support for as little as $1 a month. Thank you again for listening to this episode of The Dusty Futon.
You're going to be up in the north-ish county, up
Yep.
in Cardiff at the Kraken.
All right, really?
Kraken, am I? No.
I think so.
No, that was before.
Was it?
Yeah. that
Is this
was
a really old copy and paste thing? I have
Probably.
in
Yeah, so
December?
I'll tell
Okay,
you
so-
what I'm doing.
All right.
Yeah.
Please
so
do.
Well, hold on a second. I'm going to pull my calendar out real quick and find out when you're going to be airing. Because
Oh, cool.
Well, we're airing right now.
Well,
Hey,
we're that's true.
Yeah, exactly. For all those who are on the live feed,
Zero.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, ow.
that was painful, Big John.
It's warm today.
It's-
Everything's
you know
warm
what?
today.
We had one right when we started, and then another one, and then another one, but they fell out. So whatever.
Okay. Well,
It's not how people are used to listening to the futon.
You're going to be November 16th, I believe.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Because I think I'm
I'm
playing.
going to go ahead and
at,
write that down and make sure that that's the case, since I'm telling
Where
you
am I
that.
playing? I don't know. I think I'm playing at the Heritage Ranch coming up like on the 11th. They're
Up
having
in,
like a vintage.
Encinitas?
Yeah, they're having like a
Yeah.
vintage fair, and Catherine just asked me to play. And then on the second, this is fun. On the second, they're having like they have like a songwriter circle jam.
yeah.
Of December?
And of November.
Okay.
So
Yeah, you'll be out the
November
16th of November is when
Okay,
you're
cool.
gonna be
Oh, that's
out.
good. Cool. Because I'll promote it on my Facebook, and all my friends will listen, I'm sure. Better.
They better.
Or else. You guys, come on now. So there's like a songwriter circle, and it's me, and then it's all guys. So I'm the only girl.
Oh, really?
Which is funny. And I'll be playing, it kind of goes around in a circle. Like you play,
Like a
everyone
round
plays a
robin kind
song.
of-
Yeah. And I'll be
okay.
playing percussion and cajon for some of my buds up there, you know,
Fun.
the guys, because I like to play, you know, I kind of sit in sometimes with them.
Do you play the guitar and the cajon at the same time?
No,
'Cause
that
that's
would
talent.
be, because that would be awesome, right? Then I wouldn't need anybody.
Picturing like
She'd be in
Bird
this-
from Mary Poppins, like the one-man band.
Yeah.
I was gonna say she'd be in the,
Pedals.
she'd be in the circus. If that was the case.